Well, like everyone else, you're stuck at home with very little to do. Well, I'm Frugal Tesla Guy, and I'm going to tell you 5 mainly Tesla-related things you can do to help break up the daily routine or lack thereof. Hello everyone, I'm Frugal Tesla Guy. As the world takes a huge hit in so many different ways, the last thing many of you might be thinking about are your cars. Over the last few weeks, the world has been forced into a new way of life with very little time to prepare. As many of us, but not all, do our parts by practicing social distancing to help flatten the curve, we're also seeing a huge hit to the economy. The unemployment rate continues to climb as businesses crumble under the impact of people staying home. And for those of us who are fortunate enough to still have a job, many are working from home to help with the social distancing effort. I, for one, feel grateful that my primary job is considered essential and have been working from home and will be for the foreseeable future. That being said, I'd like to recognize that many people watching this might have just been laid off. And my heart goes out to all of you and wish nothing more than for you to land on your feet. Personally, I've been distracted by everything going on and have spent less time following everything Tesla. Pretty bad timing, as it feels the Model Y was released right around the time this pandemic started picking up speed. In fact, I was hoping to contact someone with the Tesla Model Y so I could do a review on it, but wanted to wait until things quieted down and when we didn't have to worry about social distancing. In the meantime, many people have extra time at home and are taking advantage of it by finally getting to some home improvement projects. And if you don't have any to be done at your home, well, I've come up with 5 things you can do mainly for your Tesla that cost very little or nothing at all. Most of us already have car wash supplies at home, and if you don't, most hardware stores are still open. For anyone who takes pride in their car, there is no better feeling than the one you get after washing your car. Whether you use the 2-bucket method or a touchless car wash with a foam cannon, your car will have that satisfying shine in no time at all. It's also a great opportunity to clean the inside of your car as well. And maybe since you have more time to spare, you can really get in between all of those gaps and crevices and give it a good, thorough cleaning. Clean the windows, vacuum, and maybe do a little spring cleaning to clear things out in the center console that don't need to be in there. For anyone who's owned a Model 3 or Y for any period of time, you know just how easy it is for that center console to become a junk receptacle. As shown in the owner's manual, there really isn't much of a maintenance schedule for the Tesla Model 3 or Y. However, there are a list of things you can check if you go to page 152 for the Model 3 and 165 for the Model Y. Some of the daily checks include checking the tire pressure of each tire, checking to make sure all exterior lights, horn, turn signals, and wipers are working properly, check for any interior lights or alerts on the touchscreen, check the operation of the brakes, including the parking brake, check the operation of the seat belts, look for abnormal deposits underneath the car that could indicate a leak. It's important to remember it's normal for a small pool of water to form from the AC system. Also, look around the exterior of the car and remove any corrosive substances such as bird droppings, tree resin, tar spots, or dead insects. Now, the monthly checks include topping off washer fluid and checking to make sure the AC system is working properly. Now, if your air filter is due to be changed, now might be a good time to do it. If you've had the car for at least 2 years, now might be a good time to check the condition of your brake fluid. Usually after you buy a car, the dealership will do a walkthrough with you to give you a basic understanding of the car. But if you really want to know the car inside and out, it's going to take some time and effort on your part. Especially when it comes to any Tesla, it feels like there's always something new to learn about it. Software updates are the big reason for this. But there are some things about the car that require a deep dive into the software. In my opinion, the best place to start is the latest owner's manual. Now, the reason I said the latest is because of what I just mentioned. Software updates continually add new things to learn about. Once you've found the latest version, sit down in a comfortable place and read it cover to cover. You'd be surprised at things you'll discover. If you're going to try to follow the directions from the manual, it's best to have it on your computer in the car so you have full access to the menu. Otherwise, you'll be going back and forth between the manual and the computer in the car and the menu, making things a lot more difficult than they need to be. And once you're finished, you'll receive a PhD from the University of Tesla. Yes, it's a real thing. I checked. Other than a few trips a week to get the essentials, many of us are driving much less, including myself. And since I don't have solar, I'll be saving a bundle on my power bill. But some of you might be asking if you should keep the car plugged in, even if you won't be driving it for days. And the answer to that is simple. Yes. In the famous words of Elon Musk, a happy Tesla is a plugged-in Tesla, or something along those lines. In fact, the owner manual states in all caps, essentially shouting at you, leave your car plugged in when you're not using it. Simply put, the car needs power even when you're not driving it, and it uses power from the battery. But if you're plugged in, it pulls energy from the electrical outlet. Now, one thing to remember is you should only keep it charged to no more than 90%. It's not good for the battery to sit for long periods of time with 100% charge. I personally have it set to 70%. That all being said, if you don't have access to a charger, no need to worry. Your car will be just fine. Just be sure to keep a close eye on the charge, and if it gets down to 20%, it's probably a good idea to charge it up. Okay, this is not Tesla related, but as I mentioned before, many people are losing their jobs, and the economy is taking a big hit. If you're one of the lucky ones who still has a job and you're still receiving a paycheck, I encourage you to do whatever you can to help out your local community. Small businesses will be the first to go. So if you want those services you use on a regular basis to be there when we get through all of this, you can help by, for example, simply paying your hairdresser with your regular tip, even though they can't cut your hair. If you have a gym membership, even though you can't go there to work out, keep your membership active and continue to make your monthly payments. Local food banks and charities are most likely going to be hit pretty hard. So be sure to pick up a few extra things for your local food bank the next time you're getting at some of the essentials. Now, I know the company I work for will be matching up to $100,000 for donations being made to most Salvation Army locations across the U.S. Well, there you have it. 4 things Tesla-related and one to inspire you to help out if you can during your stay-at-home order. Now, be sure to check out the description below where I've posted links to videos I've posted in the past related to some of these topics. Well, I hope this video finds everyone well, and hopefully you're all taking the necessary precautions. # social distancing, # flattening the curve. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay strong, and stay positively charged.